Sherry, first of all. Many of you don't know, but I'm one of two Aises members that's actually not in C, but Sherry always allowed me to ask her for advice, or I'd go into her office with Ray and Charles, and she'd always help me on which classes to take. So I'm thankful for her. She's a great Aises advisor. I'd also like to thank Sophia for planning the banquet and the banquet planning committee, obviously. You guys did a great job. We're all here. We're all full. Industry, I'd like to thank you too, because it's impossible to run Aises without you guys. We'd just be a bunch of people standing around doing nothing without you guys. So I'd really like to thank you. Lastly, I'd really like to thank our keynote speaker, Dr. Apodaca. What he said is really mind-opening, and I hope to keep that knowledge with me, and it makes me want to learn more. Aises has been an extremely important part of my life, as well as my UCLA experience. But before I get too much into that, I want to tell you about my favorite part of Aises, and that's the people, you guys. For those of you who might know my last name, Yeli, that doesn't really sound too Native American, and you're right, I'm not really Native American. I'm Norwegian, half Irish, but you might kind of be wondering, like, well, how did you get involved with Aises if you're not Native American? And that's a good question, and I'm going to answer it. In my junior year of high school, I went to a science summer camp where I met a guy named Ray Avalos. Ray and I got to know each other while we built our respective soda can opening robot and pond cleaning robot, and also some pretty intense games of racquetball. Ray and I didn't really talk much after that summer, but we bumped into each other at a UCLA electrical engineering orientation, and we discovered that we had some classes together, including computer science 31. I'm going to tell you, nothing unites people like a common enemy, and for us, through our countless programming hours, our junk food from the always open Bolter vending machines, and the emotional hair-tearing meltdowns that we had, Ray introduced me to a lot of cool people. And one of those people I met was my good friend now and my perennial lab partner, research partner, Mr. Charles Papar, or as he's known from the computer science days, Doug Juice. I began to know more and more people in C, and as Bolter was quickly becoming my programming home during the long nights of UCLA quarters. During this time, Ray kept bugging me about something called Aises, which at first I thought was a poker club, serving together. But after months of like telling me what it was and annoying me with this, I finally agreed to go check it out. And I went to a fry bread sale. That was my first Aises experience, where I met Becky, Lisa, and Johnny, and that was a trio that I would see in the future. Through bi-weekly meetings and a regional conference hosted at UCLA, I quickly began to realize that I wanted a larger role in Aises, and I successfully ran for internal vice president. And before I knew it, I was in San Diego representing Aises at the annual industry meetings there with Becky, Lisa, and Johnny, and Ray as the new president. I want to tell you guys, the Aises board with Becky, Lisa, Johnny, and Ray was extremely, a really cool experience. We had a bunch of laughs every time we had a meeting, but yeah, we accomplished a great deal at the same time. And it's really rare that you can have so much fun to get so much accomplished with a group of people. I want to tell you my personal highlight from Aises was an event I led called Youth Motivation Day, where we hosted 250 underprivileged elementary school students, and we introduced them to various workshops like making ice cream with liquid nitrogen and a trip to the UCLA planetarium. But the best part better way to test their apparatus to protect their eggs than to drop them off the 9th floor of Boulter Hall. I got to feel satisfied when I saw 250 smiling faces in a sea of blue Y&D t-shirts marching through UCLA. And it was pretty cool to see all the UCLA students. Why is there a quarter-mile long school, like of elementary students, marching through our campus? It was a pretty cool experience. Leading an event of hundreds of people is not something I ever anticipated myself doing. I consider myself a shy person, and I'm really grateful that Aises has given me the opportunity to step outside my comfort zone and has given me experience in a realm where I had none. I'm still shy, but I have now gained confidence to take a leadership role in a large scale. Perhaps my greatest takeaway with Aises is that as an engineer, examining the consequences of your inventions and innovations must precede the actual realization of those innovations and inventions. For example, if Eli Whitney had known that his invention of the cotton gin in the South would dramatically increase the number of slaves, perhaps he wouldn't have devoted so much time to invent this machine. All inventions have pros and cons, to be fair, but it is vital to try to understand the impact of your inventions and innovations before you create it. My time at Aises has allowed me to see how smart, driven, and diligent you all are, and I have every confidence that you will develop great things throughout your career. You will be presented with many different options, and with each project that we work on, it is necessary to analyze the potential consequences of the project so that we don't create another cotton gin. On that note, I would like to congratulate the outgoing board on their accomplishments and improvements to Aises. The best thing that my board ever did was to find the people that are sitting here before you today. I'd also like to congratulate the incoming board, as I know you guys will